realize the next entry was for incurring formation expenses. So here the new company has been formed. The one company is merging with another company, is taking over the company. So why there is no formation expenses, but there is a realization or amalgamation expenses, right? So why we need to write an entry for whatever the realization or liquidation expenses has been incurred. So for that purpose, the realization or the entry for that goodwill or capital reserve account, or you can also take it as general reserve. If you write your general reserve, you will be taking general reserve. If you write your goodwill, you will be taking goodwill. If you write your capital reserve, you will be taking capital reserve here. So it all depends what you will be writing here. It depends on the thing of his second journal entry, what the balancing figure you are written according to. So here it is a general reserve account data to bank account. So that is the entry for incurring the incurring the realization expenses or liquidation expenses by transferee company. So this is in the books of transferee company. So realization expenses has been incurred by transferee company, that is purchasing company. If the realization expenses has been incurred by the old company, means we will be recording in the closing entries. So here we will be recording that. So this is all about the entries of balance, entries of opening entries in the books of XY Limited. So the next, coming on to the balance sheet, finally coming on to the balance sheet of the XY Limited, new balance sheet, the balance sheet after the amalgamation. The first balance, you can see the balance sheet of only XY Limited. We will be taking XY Limited on all the merged with the XY Limited. The first is shareholders fund, equities and liabilities, shareholders fund, share capital. Under that you will be writing equity share capital. So what is the equity share capital of old that is XY Limited? First I will be writing that, and then of the new company. So here old, that is merged, when we are taking over the purchase consideration, that is while paying the purchase consideration, how in the form of equity shares, right? We paid in the form of equity shares. What is the value that we are paid? 40,000 shares of rupees 10 each. So that is 40,000 shares of rupees 10 each, that is 4 lakh, and 13 lakh is the equity share capital. So this is the existing equity share of XY Limited. This is the new equity share, or which is given in the form of purchase consideration. So next, what is general reserve? Yes, we have the general reserve in the books of XY also. 18,000 is the general reserve of XY, that is 1,80,000 is the general reserve of XY Limited. So in that 1,80,000, as you can see here, 1,80,000 is the general reserve of XY Limited. Plus we have also taken the general reserve of AB Limited. So then general reserve of AB Limited is 50,000. So it is here, that is general reserve of XY company. General reserve in XY company is 18 lakh. General reserve of AB is 50,000. So totally now the general reserve of 2,30,000. So in this general reserve itself, we paid for the capital loss. So how does the capital loss? So here we occurred a loss, we have transferred to capital loss, right? So here it is a capital loss of 2 lakh rupees. So we are deducting this general reserve with the capital loss. So if we incur at a year, if we incur general reserve here, we are getting a gain general reserve here, means we will be adding here the general reserve. Then of 2 lakh rupees, we have only 30,000 worth of general reserve now. So in that 30,000 also we paid 1,000 as realization expenses. Yes, here you can see realization account data to bank account. So minus general reserve, that is realization expenses. Now the value of general reserve is 29,000. So the value of general reserve, that is 29,000. And then in the balance sheet we had profit and loss account. We should take both the things, that is 20,502 plus 12,900. So next we had workmen's compensation fund, 12,000 plus 9,000 taken. So this is the general reserves that has been kept. So next, coming on to non-current liabilities, we had secured and unsecured, no secured and unsecured loan in the question. So coming on to the creditor staff, next is current liabilities. So all these liabilities of all the both the company is now of AB is now of XY Limited, need to be recorded here. So this is all about the liabilities. So coming on with next, we need to write about the assets. In the assets we will be writing about fixed assets. So all the fixed assets is goodwill we have. Yes, we have written with the Goodwill. One second. Yes. Goodwill, we have 2 lakhs plus 60,000 goodwill written, plant and machinery 4 lakh 12,000 plus 1 lakh written, furniture 80,000 plus 30,000 written. So whatever that of AB Limited old company is, everything is that of new company or purchasing company. So we are adding and we are writing. So next we are taking all the assets, that is the current assets. What are the current assets? Where the stock in trade, debtors, cash in hand, prepaid expense, prepaid insurance, cash at bank, everything will be that now that of the transferee company. Everything we have been recorded in the new balance sheet. So it is 15 lakh 3,925. 15 lakh 3,925 is the new balance sheet's total value. So hope you have been understood with this question. Any doubts, please do ask me. Thank you. So sorry for breaking in the videos. We have 3 links in this for this particular one sum. Because of some disturbance in the between, it was break, the video has been break. So please follow all the 3 steps. Okay, thank you.